Welcome to the Funnel Factor, everybody. All right, everyone, welcome back for another deep dive.
Yeah, welcome back.
Today, we are going to dig into something pretty fascinating that I think you're going to be able to apply directly to your business.
Absolutely.
I was going through some notes that I took at a webinar that I did a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
And I came across this idea, this really interesting concept that the speaker, her name was Cindy.
Okay.
Cindy was sharing, and she was talking all about the power of yes
Yeah.
in lead generation.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I was like, ooh, wow.
I like that.
That's catchy.
Yeah.
You know, that's a concept that I think everyone can get behind.
I think so too.
So we are going to dive into that today and really uncover, like, what does she mean?
Yeah.
How do we actually apply the power of yes to get more leads and ultimately more sales in our business?
Yeah, because everybody loves hearing the word yes.
Right, exactly.
Especially in sales, right?
Especially as business owners. So Cindy said, the word yes can transform your lead generation if you do it right.
Okay, so how do we do it right?
That's the question, right?
Yeah.
So tell me more about this.
Well, it's about getting people to say yes more often, but not just any yes.
Yep.
It's about what we call micro commitments.
Okay, I've heard of this before, micro commitments.
Yeah.
So what are they?
Well, it's basically like, you know when you ask somebody for a small favor and they say yes,
Okay.
and then you're more likely to get a yes to a larger favor
Yeah.
later on down the road.
Okay.
That's kind of the psychology behind it. It's like you're building momentum, you're building trust.
Like a snowball effect.
Exactly. It's like you're getting them to say yes to these small things.
Yeah.
And then it kind of builds up and builds up and builds up, and then you can get them to say yes to bigger things.
Okay, so like give me an example of what that would actually look like in a business.
Sure. So let's say you have a website and you're trying to get people to sign up for your email list. Instead of just having a big pop-up that says, sign up for my email list,
Right.
you could have a pop-up that says, get my free checklist.
Okay.
5 ways to increase productivity or something like that.
So it's like a smaller ask.
It's a smaller ask.
Like it's not as intimidating.
Exactly. And then once they say yes to that free checklist, then you can start sending them emails.
Okay.
And in those emails, you can have other micro commitments.
Like what?
Like, follow me on social media or take this quiz or register for this webinar.
Okay, I see. So it's all about kind of building that momentum.
Exactly. And Cindy also mentioned the timing of these micro commitments is really important.
Oh, okay. Tell me more about that.
So she said that we should focus on micro commitments after someone opts in.
Okay, so after they've already said yes to something?
Exactly, because that initial opt-in is already a yes.
Yeah.
And you want to capitalize on that momentum.
Okay, that makes sense.
You don't want to overwhelm them with too many asks right away.
Right. You don't want to scare them off.
Yeah, exactly. You want to ease them into it.
Yeah. Okay. So where do these micro commitments fit into like the whole lead generation process? Like,
Yeah.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around like where does it all fit in?
Okay, well, let's think about it like a funnel.
Okay.
The conversion funnel.
I love funnels.
Yeah, everybody loves funnels.
Wow.
So at the top of the funnel, you have all these potential leads, people who might be interested in your product or service.
Yeah.
And then as you go down the funnel, it gets narrower and narrower.
Okay.
And at the bottom of the funnel, you have your paying customers.
Right.
So the micro commitments are like these little stepping stones
I see.
along the funnel
Okay.
that help move people down towards the bottom.
Got it.
So each time someone says yes to a micro commitment,
Yeah.
they're taking a step closer to becoming a customer.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So how do we actually, like, how do we put this into practice?
Yeah.
Like, what are some like actionable steps that our listeners can take?
Sure. So Cindy had a challenge for everyone listening.
Okay.
She said, is there somewhere you can add a small additional micro commitment to help your new lead say yes throughout your funnel?
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. So think about your own lead generation process.
Okay.
Where are those natural points where you could ask for a small yes?
Okay, so like after they opt in for the lead magnet.
Exactly.
Or maybe like after they visit a certain page on your website.
Yeah, or maybe after they watch a video or listen to a podcast episode. There are so many opportunities.
Okay.
And the key is to make each yes valuable and enjoyable.
Yeah, don't just make it like a hurdle that they have to overcome.
Right, exactly. You want to give them something in return for their yes.
Right.
Whether it's a piece of content or a discount or just a good feeling.
Yeah.
You want to make them feel good about saying yes.
I love it.
So just to kind of sum up,
Yeah.
we're using the power of yes
Yeah.
and these micro commitments to build momentum and trust with our leads.
Yeah.
and ultimately guide them towards those bigger conversions.
Brilliant. Love it.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to go apply this right now.
Awesome. Yeah, me too. And you know what I was just thinking as we were talking about this?
What's that?
This whole idea of micro commitments,
Yeah.
it doesn't just apply to business.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it applies to other areas of our lives too.
Like good.
Like think about your personal goals
Oh.
or habits you're trying to build,
Yeah.
or even relationships.
Mm.
It's all about breaking down those big objectives
Right.
into smaller, achievable steps.
Oh, I see.
And each step is a yes.
Okay.
So if you're trying to lose weight, for example, don't try to change your entire diet overnight.
Right.
Just start by making one small change.
Like drinking more water.
Exactly. And then once you've mastered that,
Yeah.
make another small change.
Okay.
And so on.
Yeah.
And before you know it, you've made a big transformation.
Like-
Yeah. So I think there's a lot of power in this idea of microcommitments.
Yeah, I like
And I encourage everyone to think about how they can apply it in all areas of their lives.
Great advice. Love that, as always. Such great stuff. And thank you to Cindy for the inspiration for this deep dive.
Yeah. Thanks, Cindy.
We'll be back next week with another deep dive. But until then, have a great week, everyone.
See ya. Bye.